Today we're going to talk about something very interesting. Abraham Maslow. I don't know how many of you have heard about Abraham Maslow. He's one of the significant psychologists in the 20th century. He spoke about a hierarchy which is called hierarchy of needs. I have a hunch Abraham Maslow could be a person who would have been into the Eastern philosophy also, where he would have known about meditation and all that stuff. I'll tell you why. But before we go into why I have this hunch, it's just my proposal. Let's take it to the next level where I'll take you through what is Maslow's hierarchy of need. Maslow's hierarchy of need basically has 5 steps. The first one is physiological needs. Physiological needs is basically, it talks about what we need. It's about food, it's about breathing, it's about excretion, it's about so many things which is natural to ourselves, right? It's an autonomous process. So it happens that is the bottom base of the physiological need. The next level is to go to safety. Now you must understand, when these needs are fulfilled, then we can talk about safety. Safety is things like I need to have a roof over my head, or I need to stay in a cave. That cave needs to be properly guarded so that T-Rex doesn't come in or Velociraptor comes in and eats me alive. So that safety is important. So you can only go into safety if you're able to take care of your physiological need. If let's say someone who's really sick, I don't think so they'll be able to go into building a home for themselves. They have to be dependent on someone to give that safety infrastructure. So that is something goes to the second level. The third level talks about love and belonging. What it talks about is basically, now that you have got some security, some safety, you got a job, your job is paying you some money, you have put a roof on your head, and then now you can actually start having a family, and then you can basically shower them with some kind of love. That is the third stage of the hierarchy of need. Now that you have time to spend time with your loved ones, the next one talks about what you call self-actualization. Now you have enough money, now you have enough things that's going on for you, you have family with you. Now you can take some time off to know about yourself and start building your self-esteem, where now you are building up your confidence, and then you pursue in your career, you're growing in your career, you're becoming a manager, you're becoming a leader, your self-esteem is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And to a certain level, once you have reached the pinnacle of your career, then you realize that you have some purpose, you self-actualize yourself. That's where you actually go into your purpose and you do things which is something which is greater than whatever that you've been doing, where now you're making a difference. Your ripple effect is actually going to many levels of the society. So this is what the hierarchy of Maslow's hierarchy of need is, right? Now back to what we talk about is the chakras in the Eastern philosophy. When you are into yoga and all that, you will know they're basically 7 types of chakras. And let me take you through the 7 types of chakras, and then let me link it to you, and then I'll take it to you why certain people behave in a certain way. Again, this is just my proposal about whatever that's happening based on my observation. 16 years of observing and doing meditation for around 7 years. So this is something I just wanted to share with you all. At the bottom chakra in the chakra system of 7 is what we call Muladhara. This is what you call the root chakra. This is where the procreation is. This is where you are looking at reproducing, you want to have kids, just like what we are talking about in the physiological need. So one of the thing about the mammal and many organisms is procreation is something that keeps the species to grow and thrive. So you need to have procreation. So it starts with Muladhara. The next level of the chakra is called Swadhisthana. It's what we call the sexuality, or this is where the desire is, this is where the creativity is. So this is the level where you have the desire that you want to be better and bigger than whatever that you want to become. So this is where the desire comes. The next level is where Manipura. This is where we call it the solar plexus chakra. This is where the wisdom, power comes. This is where you tend to have some energy, so that you're able to put that energy into action. Because having whatever knowledge or desire, if you don't put it into action, you're not going to yield anything. So that is something that is a given, because there are many people who are so knowledgeable, but unfortunately they are unable to get success because they're not putting the knowledge into practice. There's a saying called knowledge is power. I say it is BS, right? The reason is knowledge is potential power. Only when you act it out, that's when it becomes powerful, right? So that is solar plexus Manipura. The next level is what we call the heart chakra. Heart chakra, if you look at it in some of the philosophies, it will be two triangles, one facing up, one facing down. So this is where love and healing begins. This is where you tend to be one with the person you are, one with whatever that you're doing. This way love oozes out. So this is where you're able to be inclusive with whatever that you're doing. Now your division tends to fall aside. Now you don't identify a lot with so many things, and then now you tend to see everyone as they are, right? Now goes to the next level, which is called Visuddhi. Visuddhi is where the throat chakra, which talks about communication and power. And people at this level, you would have seen these people, easy to spot them. When the mere presence of them, let's say they just walk into the room and then you say hi to them, their feeling itself, that this is someone, although you don't know their background, you know that this person is someone that I need to respect. It just happens so automatically because the chakra is working at that place. So chakras are working in different places. So I'll give you the context and then we'll talk about a scenario. The next level is what you call the sixth chakra, is called Agna. Agna is the third eye. This is where your chakra works such that you are able to see whatever that's in front of you as they are, not as they were or as how they are going to be. Most of the time when we look at someone or something, we tend to look at it from our mind's eye, where it's just memory. So if someone who has actually turned a new leaf after 10 years, we still tend to see the person as the 10 years ago rather than who they are right in front of you. That yields a lot of problem, right? The last chakra is what you call Sahasrara. This is where the crown chakra, this is where people say when you're able to hit that, you tend to have bliss. Now, how is all this connected? Now, my hunch is that, again, this is what I feel and I propose, and then later we'll take it to a scenario. I feel that the first two chakras are connected to physiological needs. That is basically your Muladhara and Swadhisthana. Your Manipura is where it comes to safety, where you need to get into work, and then when you're getting into work, you tend to get some kind of safety and security going on. Then next level is what we call Anahata. Anahata is connected to love and belonging. This is where you tend to have love and healing, where you have relationship, you have family and all that stuff, you're building up a family. Then it goes to the next level, which is called Visuddhi, where it's connected to your self-esteem and it goes higher. Now you're able to communicate well, you're full of confidence. And then it goes into Agna and Sahasrara, where you are fully self-actualized, you're so contented with your life, and you want to do the things that you want to do that drives you to the purpose, whatever the purpose is. Ultimate purpose, I believe that all of us want to do something good and merge with the greater force that is out there. So that is the feeling I thought. So these 7 chakras, if we go to the root of it, the 7 chakras are working and it fires up at certain level in a certain situation or certain people. Why I'm sharing this is basically, I was asked this question, why some rich people, they have everything in their life. They have everything in their life. They have big cars, big house, just for a joke, big wife. You can laugh for it if you want to. Everything big in their life. They have more than what they have. Okay? If they put their hand out like this, there's so much oozing out where you can actually give it to others. And we ask, you have so much wealth, you have so much of material things that's happening with you. Why are you still fighting for more and more and more? Surprisingly, this is what they say. They say, I'm doing it for my family. The fact is, the family has got everything and they're still working hard to create more and more and more. So that kept me asking this question, why? It could be it's just my proposal. You can take it as how you want it. This is strictly my proposal. I believe that for those who are actually going for the material being and all that, the first 3 chakras are actually very activated. It goes from Muladhara all the way to the solar plexus, Manipura, where it's about action and power, desire, and it's about creating, right? Now, and then it goes to Anahata. As I said, the star is basically triangle facing up, triangle facing down. This is basically a junction where you can either ascend or descend back. So you can either go up and then you come back down again, you will be in the 3 chakra loop, or you can take the arrow up and go up. So that's why I believe the ascension begins, where you tend to go into self-esteem, belonging, all the way to self-actualization, because love is at the center. So if you meet anyone who's in a situation where they are all about money, this and that, don't worry about it. Don't get very upset. Maybe the chakras are firing in the different areas of their life, in their body. So it's perfectly okay. So what we all need to do is that our whole goal, I believe, is for us to ascend and be a good soul for this entire universe, to this society, so that we can do good, and also we are able to go and sleep peacefully. So remember, it's all about how the chakras are working. So wherever you are, I think we all need to look at, each and every one of us want to be happy. That's what we want to do. So our job is to ascend, to have self-esteem and actualize, as what Maslow says, or as how the Eastern philosophy says, you go from anahata to the way up to sahasrara. So wish you all the best. Try experimenting it. Take care. Bye bye.